Alright, so it's day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the ducklings and turkey chicks. And earlier I wrote out how to step-by-step clean the brooder, but I figured I should do a video on it for YouTube and stuff as well. So this is the stuff that I have to set up my brooder. I have a thermometer that you place in the brooder to make sure that you monitor the temperature for the chicks or ducklings. I have these two plastic, what are these called? Tupperwares, and my chick feeder and my chick water trough. So then I use a gallon of probiotic water. I use the little packets, I put it in the gallon, and it's good to go. It's good for the chicks. I use medicated chick starter, and for my cleaning equipment, I use baby wipes, paper towels, and disinfectant wipes, and we line the brooder with puppy pads. So over here is my brooder setup, and right now I have the secondary brooder right here. This one I don't have a heat lamp over because I just use this one when I need to change the main, or if there were some reason I need to separate them. I do have an extra lamp, just don't have it set up right now. They're sharing this one right here. So I put the puppy pad lining medium size in this one, and I usually replenish the feed and water to make sure that the water is nice, clean, and clear. There's no bacteria, that the dishes are washed, and I just washed this, and this one I washed this morning, and it's just the chick food, so it should be good. I'll wash them again in the morning. So I need to get a scoop. Keep doing this on my carpet, and I need a vacuum, and I just keep forgetting. So I don't tend to fill it all the way yet, just because they are so small and they like to waste a lot of it, and it is kind of on the spendier side. So I just make sure that they have enough to keep it going till the next time I change the brooder, which is like 3 or 4 times a day. So now I'm going to get to actually cleaning it. This has already been emptied. I took the puppy pad out of it. So now I just need to wipe it out and disinfect it. So that's what I'm going to do. And when it's all done and wiped out, we'll get back to the next step. Alright, so after I've wiped it out with the paper towels, I'm going to wipe it out with baby wipes. And that's just because, as we all know, baby wipes are pretty good at wiping up fecal matter. So I like to make sure that the entire bin is wiped down and cleaned. And once a week, I take everyone out and I actually wash the tub with soap and water. But 3 or 4 times a day, I come in here and I wipe it out. First with paper towels, then with baby wipes, and lastly with disinfectant wipes. And like I said, at the end of the week, I will clean it out, and I use Dawn dish soap because it's antibacterial, and I just wash it out with warm soap and water. So I make sure to get every nook and cranny of this bin, because this is their home. You want to make sure it's nice and clean of bacteria. You don't want to live in a nasty looking, smelling home. So I just wipe it down 2 or 3 times. Ducks are really messy too, so that's why I take extra precautions, because turkeys are very susceptible to foreign bacteria, and I've got turkeys and ducks in the same bin. It's kind of polar opposites, I guess. Alright, last time, and then we move on to putting the puppy pad in the bin, and then moving them in to their home. Again, they're like, today this is the second time. We just got home, took some videos at the lake. Alright, now I'm going to let that dry out. And so I get my large puppy pads, and I'm doing 2 just because with the ducks, they seem to be getting more and more water out of the water trough every single day, and these are absorbent to a point. So I want to make sure that I'm getting good coverage because this is a plastic bin. You know, if it's wet, it's wet. There's nothing else to soak it up other than what I'm putting in there. So we're just going to let this air dry for a few minutes, and then we'll get back with the clean brooder and the chicks in it. Alright, so now it's time to move the chicks back into the main brooder. Always remember to wash your hands and use hand sanitizer after cleaning your brooder and before touching your chicks. We don't want them to get sick. So this is one of the ducklings. We have no way to tell them apart quite yet. And duckling number 2. Also a very cutie. And here we have the 2 turkey chicks. Let's see if I can distinguish them yet. Alright, so the way I tell these 2 apart is if you look at their head markings, you can tell that one is kind of a more dramatic brown and the other one isn't as dramatic. So the one in my right hand has the dramatic looking brown colors, and this one in my left hand has a more soft tone brown up top. Now from their attitudes, from what I can tell, this one is more erratic and outgoing, and this one's more of a think it through. Their feathers are also becoming different, so you can tell that way. This one's feathers are more of the outer wing feathers, and the inner ones aren't as long as compared to, oh, you have a runaway. This one's feathers are longer back here, so that's how I've been telling them apart. Alright, time to go back in the brooder. So that's an update on our turkey chicks and ducklings. This is day 4 and cleaning of the brooder number 2. No, day 5. And this is a final look at the clean brooder with the chicks inside of it. This is how I set mine up. I've got a thumbtack over here on this side for the thermometer, which should be between 95 degrees this week. This is properly secured. We've got our clean water and our food, clean puppy pads, and they're pretty much good to go. In a couple, I think about a week or 2, they'll be going into the next stage up, which is a bird cage. And then after that, we're going to move into a larger size chicken cage and then into the nursery run and eventually integrate these fellas and ladies maybe into the flock. Aren't they just so cute?